Hey everybody, Aaron Blaise here. It is July 2nd and it's Tuesday and we're going to have a good stream today. This is going to be our last stream for a couple of weeks because we are headed off to jolly old England on Friday. And Thursday we need to get ready. So this whole week is super busy with us getting ready. But we've had a really great weekend. My father turns 80 tomorrow. Yeah, so we're taking him to England with us. My father, who's turning 80, has never been outside the country other than Montreal. He's been to Canada. But he's never been off the North American continent before. And so we're taking him to Europe, and we're going to have a good time. We're also going to be, while we're there, we're going to be teaching. We've got a class of 25 people that we're teaching. Ronnie Williford and myself are going to be teaching plein air painting in watercolor. And we're going to be staying at Peckforton Castle. It's going to be really, really cool. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing on Friday. And then the last couple days, yesterday, last night I sat down and I did this image. Can you pull that up really quick there, Dustin?
Yeesh.
Yeah. So I've been having fun. Last week we did request. Yeah, we did request day. We did the Monkey King, and I was sitting here and I was looking at chimpanzees and thinking that a chimpanzee queen. So I call this one the Congo Queen, and I blew it up. I wanted you to see how loose, you can be with your images. So you can see how loose this is, but then when you see it right here,
might want to hide that email info.
There we go. Sorry, I've got some packages coming in for our trip, but you can see when you reduce it, it really tightens up. This is one of the things that the matte painters, back in the old days when we were doing filmmaking and special effects and matte painting, we realized real early on that you don't have to paint every detail. You can suggest detail. You can actually be very loose and really get away with a lot. And in this painting, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And so I wanted you guys to see that. And then the other thing too, over the last several, we got to move the mic a little closer to me. There we go. He sounds a bit far away. Hopefully that's better. Hello. The other thing too is you guys know that over the last few weeks I've been working on these snow bear shots, and you guys have been sitting there with me. And for those of you that haven't seen our finished little teaser, I was going to pull that up. And where did I put it? There it is. So I wanted to play that for you guys. Now the music is going to be actually the music will be right there. Yeah. So the music will be fine. Just hold on, I got to stay hydrated, my friend.
Stay hydrated, my friends.
So I want to show you the finished product. So this took 2 weeks. This is 2 solid weeks from scratch. So we did all the background, all the layouts, backgrounds, animation, in-betweens, paint, effects, all that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty happy with it. So here we go. Yay. I'm going to play it one more time. It's only 39 seconds. Let's play it one more time. I really like this. So there you go. that's our little teaser, and that was really meant to give you a taste, just kind of a little taste of what Snow Bear, the tone, the mood, the fun, all of that. That's going to give you a little taste of what that's going to feel like. And so, meanwhile, we are busy, trying to get that sucker cranked out and finished. In between all these other projects that we're doing, one of which is us going off to England on Friday. So, like I said, we're going to go off to England on Friday, and we're going to be MIA for a little while. We won't be doing any live streams for about 2 weeks. Also, I want to let you guys know that today's your last chance to pre-order Drawing Cartoon Animals with Tim Hodge, which is our new course that we have out. You can save up to save 50% off, and this is the lowest it'll ever be. So if you want to get it today, because this is the last time you can pre-order it, because the course comes out tomorrow. So if you want to get that, just visit creatureartteacher.com. It's creatureartteacher.com. That's our website. And so once again, this is my friend Tim Hodge. We've worked together for 27 years, and worked at Disney together. Tim's worked on so many great projects, including The Lion King, Mulan, lots of really cool stuff, VeggieTale projects. And now he's put together this course for younger artists, I think, that I think are really going to enjoy it, called Drawing Cartoon Animals. So once again, this is your last day to pre-order it, and you can do that at creatureartteacher.com. Okay? So there's our announcements. This is our little... I wanted to show you this image before I turned it off, and there she goes. And so we are going to do Request Day, and
Request Day.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, we got Dustin as usual.
You forget about me?
I know. We got Dustin right here with me.
Hey, everybody.
And he's going to be answering questions off of Facebook, and we've got Nick Birch, my business partner. He's going to be in Sarasota, answering questions off of some of our other platforms, or throwing questions out for me, and I'm going to be drawing for you guys. So we've got some requests already. Can I suggest a YouTube question? Can I suggest a hyena, please? I love hyenas. It'd be kind of fun to do a hyena.
Have you ever done artwork or animation of orcas?
I have. Matter of fact, the orca, I did one with, I did. I did this dragon that was hunting orcas and pulling orcas right up out of the water. It's pretty cool. Got another YouTube suggestion: an elephant drinking tea, or a camel eating a donut, or an eagle doing something.
Or a silverback.
I love how random these are.
Or just a silverback gorilla today.
I like when you guys give me a subject doing something. It's completely random. It's something I would never have thought of.
Can you draw a fruit bat hanging upside down, eating some fruit with a big grin on his face?
That's a fruit bat being a fruit bat.
Please, Dustin, give us some Elvis.
Oh yeah. Right now the hyena is my lead, but I want a hyena doing something.
A saber-toothed samurai.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Or you could do a Mongolian saber-tooth, like a saber-tooth dressed in Mongolian armor or something.
Yeah. So saber-toothed cat is what they're saying, right?
Saber-toothed cat, yeah.
Yeah. A pig who likes pancakes.
In honor of your father's birthday, why not draw his caricature as an animal celebrating their birthday?
That's really kind of an interesting idea.
So, animalistic caricature of your dad for his 80th birthday.
Well, I don't know what my dad would be as an animal. That's kind of... If you guys don't know him, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Let me think. Trying to get my colors all set up.
Can you draw a scuba diver wolf?
A
scuba diver
wolf.
Samurai penguin.
A hyena stand-up comedian.
2 roaches rowing in a nutshell. A pirate frog. A dragon/eagle fusion. And a scuba diver wolf came up again. Moose. Ooh, Monkey Elvis.
Monkey Elvis. That's funny. Monkey Elvis.
Ooh, I want to be like you.
Monkey Elvis.
Oh.
Oh. That's kind of interesting.
Samurai Penguin.
Elvis.
How about the King Elvis Presley, the King of Rock and Roll as a lion? So we got either a. So the top picks, I guess, are either Monkey Elvis or Lion Elvis.
Let me see. Hold on. Monkey Elvis.
For wolf hunting fish. Centaur drinking Guinness.
A centaur drinking. Man, they're like just flooding over us today.
Oh yeah.
A hyena having a tea party with a lion and an African wild. A hyena dressed as Elvis. Okay, so we got to do a hyena. Someone's actually really throwing in a lot of hyenas. So I gotta pull up. I've got hyenas.
Yes, they started doing all that. Elvis Stepper's like, oh, I want to meet you about to burst. Like, I want to meet you first before you burst.
All right, let me do a couple of screen grabs.
Over here, Hyena Elvis.
I like these spotted hyenas. There it is. Oh, look at that baby.
Oh.
Do you know what the closest relative to a hyena is? The closest animal relative?
A dog?
No, that's what people think. People think hyenas are dogs. They're not dogs at all. See what the closest... See, I bet someone out there knows. The closest animal relative to a hyena. Does anybody out there know? All right, second vote for hyena dressed as Elvis. That's what we're gonna do. What's the closest? What's the closest relative to a hyena? Animal relative.
Cat?
No. Although cats are more closely related to hyenas than dogs are, but the closest relative is.
Somebody said mongoose.
Mongoose is absolutely correct.
Really, a mongoose?
Mongoose is the closest relative, yes.
Huh.
Pretty cool, huh? So, let's do that. So, I gotta get an Elvis outfit. Elvis Presley.
Elvis.
So, we're doing Elvis Hyena. Oh, you gotta sing some Elvis, because I can't do it. Oh, I love that hair, man.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. This is going to take some work. This is going to be a fun one. And we'll do it in black and white.
A nice black and white.
I'm going to do it in color, but then I'm going to fade it like it's like a kind of a faded black and white. Tinted. Now, are we doing Vegas Elvis? Like, are we doing Fat Elvis right here? Or are we doing Young Elvis, Black Leather Elvis?
Excuse me. Well, there's a good question.
There he is.
I think if we did a lion version,
See, everyone thinks.
I think that'd be Vegas Elvis. I'm thinking like younger.
But everyone when you see like Elvis impersonators and all that stuff, everyone thinks of early 70s Elvis.
Yeah, the crazy outfits and all that.
Yeah.
Like the jumpsuits. They don't really go to like the earlier.
I've got to get that hair though.
Oh yeah, that swooping hair.
Yeah. Come on, Elvis. We gotta win this race, and you gotta sing some Elvis stuff. See, there's a good one.
Lemonade, like old refreshing drink.
Let's see. These are all young Elvis. Let me put in Vegas.
The Vegas Elvis with bell bottoms.
Yeah.
What?
Just some of these impersonators are so bad. Right there. See, yeah, see, these are great.
I want to see you first before you burn.
And I like when he's got his hand out, you know, towards at you.
Yeah.
We gotta find. We gotta find.
Yeah, we
That's
got
a good-
half and half of votes so far between Young Elvis and Fat Elvis.
Well, we're going. I'm not going to do Fat Elvis, but I'm going to do Vegas Elvis. And actually, I love this pose. It's a really crappy. It's a really crappy resolution, but I'm going to use that pose.
Who grabbed that mic?
All right, so I got to jump back over to Deep Thoughts. Nick says, "Jumpsuit Elvis if you want it to read instantly." I agree with you, Nick. I'm gonna please do a brown hyena. I'm not gonna do a brown hyena because not many people know brown hyenas. Most people know when they think of a hyena, they think of the classic spotted hyena. So I'm gonna go with the spotted hyena. When brown hyena, if you show a brown hyena, people really don't know what that is. So I'm gonna file, open. Let's see, screenshot and screenshot. So here's our. All right, this is gonna be weird. It's gonna be fun. You're putting me on the spot.
Here we go.
Here we go. We gotta win this race. We are 20 minutes in. I haven't even started yet.
We gotta get this done.
All right. Is this big enough for everybody?
Oh, it should be fine.
Because I gotta have my reference.
Yeah, if it's too small, we'll get complained about it.
YouTube question on today's segment of Aaron. Did you meet? Aaron, did you ever meet Elvis? Elvis died. Oops, I got it on the wrong. I got smooth.
Hey, Manny! Manny just said, you guys sang Elvis songs that Eddie Murphy sang. Yes, I did.
Yes.
I live like a fool. I traveled each and every mile went home, and more than is. Stupid. You okay?
Yeah. All right, I'm just scribbling right now.
So now I think it's question time.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna
We'll start.
I gotta get some
Start
of this-
relaying questions, people. Do you find it hard to recreate effects you get in traditional, in your digital art, or vice versa? Like,
Say that again.
is it hard to recreate effects you get maybe like a certain drawing technique or something in traditional than you would in your digital art? Like, would you find it difficult to transition that?
Oh, sometimes, yeah. But it happens vice versa too. There's certain things that I can do traditionally that I find hard to do digitally. So I want to get nice, clear.
I bet the hardest thing going from digital back to traditional is realizing there's no Control Z.
Yeah, but you know, yeah, you just roll with it though.
How do you know when to call it quits on a painting or to push through your issues with it and fix it?
Say it again.
How do you know when to call it quits on a painting or to just push right through the issues with it and just fix it?
Oh, I never give up. So sometimes I shouldn't say that. I give up if I realize I came with a bad composition to begin with. But if I'm just struggling, just a normal struggle, then yeah, I don't give up on that. And I just put that in the wrong place. First of all, I never met Elvis. Elvis died when I was 8 years old. So never met him.
Do you have some insights on storyboarding for people who want to join that industry?
Yes. First of all, we've got a great course by Lyndon Ruddy, who I think is one of the best storyboard artists in the industry. And we've got the course on our website. And hold on one second. And it's full of really great information. But it's for me to sit here and just give you all the, to give you enough insight for you to get started. I can't really do that. But, the thing about storyboarding is, so many people overboard. They think they have to almost animate the entire thing. And that's not the case. So, you really want to think about what's the idea that you're trying to get across. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and really break that down into its elements. You have to do this, then this, then this, and then this, and those are the things that you're going to draw.
Do you still feel you're improving your skills?
Always. Like, right, that's one of the things I love about doing this challenge, every couple of weeks, because it really forces me to have to do that. It forces me out of my comfort zone.
How many African animals have you drawn?
All of them.
All of them?
I don't know. I've drawn a lot of African animals. So I'm copying that Elvis. You know what I'm going to do? Hold on. Image.
What are you going to do?
I got to rotate it.
Oh. Sounds like a plan right there. Oh. Was there a pipeline when you were...
Hold on one second.
Ooh, okay.
Olivia on YouTube asks, "Hey Aaron, what's the best way to break down a fairly shapeless animal into manageable shapes to make cartoony and still appealing? A guinea pig, for example, is what I'm struggling with. A guinea pig isn't shapeless. I tend to disagree with you there. A guinea pig has shape. You just gotta, a guinea pig has all the same parts as any other animal. You just got to break it down into those. It has a head, neck, shoulders, midsection, pelvis, all of that, and you have a way of being able to break that down into something that's a little bit more roundish. You can have them all come together. Hold on, sorry, I'm just trying to get this. That's not a very good hairdo. I got to look at it again. It's understanding the anatomy. Get in there and understand that anatomy before you start to design. And if you understand that anatomy, then you're going to understand that it's not really shapeless. There's a lot of shape under there. It's all under the fur. And then just make sure that the fur is enhancing, kind of some of the shape that you're looking to do, rather than. Sorry, I'm just talking out my butt right now because I'm trying to think and draw, talk and draw at the same time. It's just get in there and understand the anatomy. That's my bottom suggestion, because once you do that, then you're gonna the design will take off. So here I'm trying to get. I want to get the guitar in there.
You ever search for an animal you've never drawn just to challenge yourself?
I've drawn a lot of different animals. I don't. Not really. I don't do that just to challenge myself, because I kind of, at my age, I just kind of stick with the animals that I really love drawing. But there was a long time ago that I was. I gotta pull that. neck down a little bit more. You know, where every animal is a challenge. You know.
For the latecomer, is that a wolf singing with a microphone?
That's a hyena singing with a microphone. Today is request day. Ross on YouTube says, I just came here to say thank you for your lessons on your site, especially human anatomy. It helped me a lot. Oh, that makes me happy. Thank you for saying so. So I'm trying to get this. I'm going to rotate this around.
Oh, that is perfect. Then we mess around with the lyrics to fit the hyena Elvis of Hound Dog. Ain't related to a hound dog, but I'm laughing all the time.
Oh, that's great.
That was Lou Sensenbauer. If I said that right, I'm really happy. If not, I do apologize.
So I want to get this anatomy looking a little better. So I'm going to pull that up.
What inspired you to become an artist / animator?
Well, animation I just kind of fell into. Art is something I've always wanted to do. And, you know, I've always wanted to be an artist, always. And so, whoops. Ever since I could hold a pencil. So right now I'm in my scribble stage trying to figure out how this is going to work here. I want nice, clear silhouette.
I would like your opinion on something from a director's point of view. Let's say a member of your crew offers you a story idea that he thinks is going to make the story better. Other 4 people agree with him, but you as a director feel that it will actually make the story worse, 1 versus 5. What do you think would be the most appropriate thing to do in moments similar to this?
Well, I've been in those moments, and as a director, you know, I really weigh out the story suggestion against the thematic of what is the story I'm trying to tell from a thematic standpoint, and does that suggestion support the theme? And if it doesn't support the theme, then I try to explain it to them. And then usually it works out okay. Now, other times where it does support the theme, and I might not be crazy about the idea, but I'm willing to give it a shot. And so we do it that way. And then there's been other times where, you know, we just agree to disagree and, you know, move on. But then but oftentimes I've taken this, you know, more often than not, I would say, I take the suggestion.
Is perspective going to be your next course?
You know what? I might make that the next course because I was really enjoying doing it, and it's been really popular, and it's something that I think, you know, is in need out in the end. You know, it's hard to find videos on perspective. I think it's something that you guys would enjoy. YouTube question: at what age did you take drawing seriously? I just lost that question.
Oh.
Okay. Nick just took it down. I was just reading it.
What the?
YouTube question. Do you like Timon and Pumbaa? Yes. YouTube question. What makes an incredibly strong character design portfolio? Great character designs. You know, if you know your anatomy, if you know your animal drawing, if you know your human anatomy, all of that, those all make great character designs. It also depends on what style you're talking about. You're not going to put forward a you know, Family Guy portfolio of characters for Disney. So it really depends on what you're, you know, who you're doing it for. Nate on YouTube asks, at what age did you take drawing seriously? Any tips for us potential artists that are busy with college and life? You got to make the time. I started taking it seriously when I was about 15, I would say. And I entered every art contest, show, everything I could find to help me. And I took art classes, as many as I could take, when I was, you know, 15 years old. And you know, it's something that I felt passionate about. Let me see. This is. I want to see if this is feeling. What do you think, Dustin? How's this feeling?
I like that guitar in there.
You like that guitar?
I like that guitar.
A composition. I want to see if we can get a better. I'll get them a little bigger in here. Maybe have them go off the frame a little bit. I need that hand to stay in there. I think breaking frame feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Let me flop them back. Nate, on YouTube. Oh, okay, that was the drawing question. Let me look at the hair. We got to get this hair right.
How's my hair?
Where?
My hair.
Where?
In the movie industry, should a concept artist be a generalist or a specialist? Like, should I specialize in characters and creatures, or do I need to broaden my roles into other stuff, such as environments, weaponry, vehicles?
Yeah, no, when it comes to design work, most people are either character designers exclusively, or they are environmental designers and prop designers exclusively, or creature designers exclusively. So it's
so it's mainly all about what kind of specialization you want to do.
When it comes to that kind of stuff, there's not a lot of generalists. Let's say there's no such thing as a generalist in that.
No.
That I know of.
No.
I don't know many guys that are environmental designers and character designers. I don't know any. Now that doesn't mean they aren't out there. Okay, so I've got a rough design, I think.
Do you need a degree in animation or graphic arts to work at an animation studio production?
No, that's a big myth. All these people working so hard for their degree, you don't need a degree to work at an animation studio. What you do need to do is draw. Be able to do the job. I keep saying draw because I'm thinking old school. But you need to be able to do the job. You need to be able to animate. You need to be able to model. You need to be able to do all the things that need to be done in order to create an animated movie. And often it takes college to learn that. And but if you can do it without college, if you're able to do it and you're good at it, then you don't necessarily need a degree. So Gwendolyn asks, "What's your favorite African animal to draw?" My favorite are lions.
Knew it.
Oh yeah, I love lions, obviously, but I love elephants, and I like a lot of the big animals.
I always loved that one painting they did. You did sell it a while back, but it was the picture, that close up of the elephant's eye from your first Africa trip.
Oh yeah,
You had it posted right next to your stairway to your master room back in California. I remember bringing friends in, and they'll say, "That is a really big picture." I'm like, that's not a picture.
You mean a photo, right?
Yeah, but like that's a really big photo. Like, where'd you get that print? Like, that's not a photo. Like, wait, what? It always blew people's minds on how detailed that painting was.
Well, it's funny because it really wasn't that detailed either. It was kind of.
But from a distance, it looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the crazy part.
It's kind of a loose painting, which is kind of what I was talking about with this, with the Congo Queen just now.
Yeah.
Where you can be loose with it.
Because from a distance it looks detailed, but when you get closer, you can see all the loosey goosey details.
Which is kind of fun.
It would be nice to exaggerate the hair.
Yeah, I'm going to push that hair a little more. But I'm trying to get everything to work as a whole as well. Just going through and tying it down.
It's funny seeing an animal Elvis is reminding me of the Don Bluth film feature Rockadoodle. Was it Don Bluth that animated that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that movie growing up.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I ever saw it.
It's a really fun movie, and the rooster. God, I forgot what his character's name is.
YouTube. Chris on YouTube asks, "Are any of your characters reflections of yourself?" I don't. I think we always put a little bit of ourselves into our characters that we do. As far as it being a conscious thing in this case, I don't know about that. But
have you ever done a caricature of yourself?
I've done caricatures of myself. Oh yeah. It's all nose.
All nose.
It used to be hair too. All nose and hair.
I think I remember one of those. Oh, somebody said, don't forget the sideburns.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Oh, you can't forget my sideburns. Oh.
That does it right there, because I was like, why is this not feeling right? And thank you. I completely forgot about the sideburns.
That was Craig Smith.
Oh, man, that does it right there.
That was Craig Smith. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, Craig Smith.
I'd like to thank Craig for this great reminder. Oh.
Oh. Elvis.
Hey there, Mama.
Twitch question. I enjoy doing quick sketches.
What?
I said sketches.
I've
I've tried doing finished illustrations, but I don't enjoy the process of the finished product. Do you know of any jobs I'd be suited for if I want to do sketchier stuff? Not off the top of my head, but I do know that there's stuff out there. That could make that your part of your style. There's a lot of people out there that have that style, and that have incorporated that, and there's a market for it for sure.
Chanticleer, that was his name. The rooster in Rockadoodle.
What was it?
Chanticleer.
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 What the?
That was his.
The heck kind of name is that?
It's a name.
Jesse asks, if you could give your 20-year-old self some advice, what would you say? You know what? It's interesting you say that. I had a dream last night, and I don't remember what I said, but I had a dream last night. I went back in time, and I talked to myself in 1989.
Huh.
But all my friends that have passed away since then were there. So Bob Walker, my old, my good friend who directed Brother Bear with me, he passed away a few years ago. But in my dream, he was only 28 years old, and he was like, "No, you didn't come back in time." I said, "Bob, look at me. I'm 51 years old." And this is when I was, I went back to when I was 21. I said, "Look at me. I'm older than you." And he just went, "Oh my God." It was such a cool dream. But I would tell myself to really, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Have you ever drawn your dreams?
I've never drawn my dreams. I can't think of any time that I've ever done that.
Do you also use this method digitally when painting human characters?
This method? What method?
What method were you talking about before you were talking about the dream?
I don't know.
I'm at a blank. Help us out here!
So I'm just tying things down. There we go. Actually, I want to get there. Get that microphone. There's the stand. Just going to fake all this a little bit.
Are you doing most drawing digitally now, or do you still draw most of your work traditionally on paper?
I still do a lot traditionally on paper. I do a lot.
A lot.
But I go back and forth. I mean, this whole trip that we're doing to England is all going to be
Traditional.
traditional. Who's there? Oh, someone's coming in the door.
Sorry.
A whoopsie daisy. Don't forget to save.
Oh yeah, gotta save it.
God save the world before it bursts.
There we go. There's his guitar. Twitch, I enjoy. Jesse asks. Oh, there we go. I got those are all old ones. Okay. I know those sideburns were a good suggestion.
That was a good suggestion right there. Are you going to make more brushes?
Yes. Matter of fact, Nick and I were talking about that last week. Yes. I'm going to be making more brushes, and Dustin's going to be making more brushes.
That'd be a good plan.
All right. Got to shrink that up just a little bit.
Oh. Gonna shrink that right there a little bit.
Well, I didn't realize I still had some hanging off the bottom of the screen.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear there. Oh dear. Have you ever done concept drawings for Imagineering?
No. I never did. Just scribbling that in real quick. I might chop that off. I don't need all of that. I'm going to bring that up into here, right about there. That feels better. Twitch question: what is a good way to get connections in the animation industry? Well, I mean, that's the great thing about social media nowadays, especially things like Instagram and YouTube and having your own website, is that everybody's on them, including, industry people. And so, and the reason I say that is, if you're out there and you're posting your work, people are going to see it, including industry people. And that's how a lot of people are getting seen nowadays and getting recognized. They're putting out some really great, fantastic work, getting recognized, and then getting hired. And which is, I think, is a pretty cool way of going. So, make sure you're posting regularly really great stuff on your social media. And that's how you're going to get connections that way.
So somebody says about talk about the method. Talking before where it was if you use the same method through digital work with human characters. I was talking about your method of like your reference and then rough sketch, refined drawing, like all your steps to create your art.
Yes. You got a YouTube comment. WD-40 will fix that door. Yes, it will. Also, tightening up the hinges will fix it as well.
Do you think Disney is the best animation studio out there?
That's a good question. No, I'm not sure. To me, it's the studio that's doing the best stories, I think, is what makes it the best. And it's hard to say. It's speculative because every studio can have a real hit and then can have a bomb, whether it's Disney, Pixar, or some little studio that no one's ever heard of. So, that to me, it's hard to say who is the best because you're only as good as your last movie, and Disney's put out some really beautiful ones, and they've put out some bad ones, I think. And I mean, we've all been part of those. I was part of them, and I was really proud of, a lot of the films we put out, and then not so proud of other ones. And so, and I'm not going to say which ones I'm not proud of, because everybody works as hard on every movie, whether it's a stinker or not, and sometimes it's just hard to know if you're going to be making a stinker. But yeah, so it's a long-winded way of saying I don't know that you can define who the best studio is out there. If you're looking at consistently great films, then I think Pixar is probably the best animation studio out there, with followed by Disney, followed by probably DreamWorks, and then Blue Sky. I gotta pull up some of these other Hyenas. I gotta get a little gray. I gotta go underneath. Right now I'm doing local color, so I'm gonna go a little gray, a little redder.
Do you prefer 2D animation or 3D animation movies?
I prefer 2D. Actually, it doesn't. I do prefer 2D, but I enjoy both as long as it's a great story. The medium doesn't really matter to me. Everyone gets so hung up on the medium. It drives me nuts sometimes. Don't worry about the medium. Although I understand people miss 2D animation. I get it. Well, then let's start animating in 2D.
Drives me nuts.
And so that's what I'm trying to do. But do I enjoy 3D? I love 3D. I love it. It's a great medium. I love oil painting. I love photography. I love watercolor. I love digital painting. All of that stuff. It never stopped me. Oh, there we go. A little darker there. There we go.
What part of the body do you find hardest to draw? Hands?
Hands.
Feet? Hands?
Hands. Yeah, hands down.
Hands down, literally. Hands.
Yeah, hands. I've always struggled with hands. So that's something I practice as much as I can. I find hands always difficult to draw. So I'm just going through and putting local color in. Local color is the color of an object when it's not in light and it's not in shadow. It's just that color of the object. And so you'll hear me talking about doing local color all the time, and that's because that's one of the great things about working digitally is I have that ability to do that, and then go in and add shadow and then add light and all that. It's really cool having that ability. So I'm just getting in there and getting that trying to get that true color of what a hyena looks like, and then also get Elvis's black hair. I'm gonna go blue black. Oh, my hair. YouTube question: would you recommend I get a drawing animation table? I don't know. Some people feel best about sitting there on their couch drawing it, so I'm not sure what your habits are. I personally need a desk to work on. So, from that standpoint, I've got a desk. But I don't know what your habits are. I don't know. I don't know you. Only you can say whether or not you need an animation table. John asks, what's the canvas size and basic new file settings used? My favorite size is 20 inches by 16 inches. I don't know why. I just like that. I use it a lot. At 300 DPI. And that gives me enough detail that I can really get in and have some fun with it.
I have recently graduated with a BFA in animation. Any advice on my next career move?
Yeah, go get a job.
Go get a job.
Get a job.
Get a job.
I mean, you've got a BFA. That's great. I'm not sure if you want to go into gaming. You know, I can't answer all these questions that are super broad because I don't know what you're looking for. Do you want to go into gaming? Do you want to go into animation? Do you want to go into commercial animation? Do you want to go into feature animation? These are things that only you can answer.
You gotta get a job with a guy named Bob.
Today is Elvis Day.
It kind of is. I mean, you're drawing a hyena Elvis. I mean, that says it all so far.
What do you think about Studio Ghibli? I love Studio Ghibli.
Ghibli?
Ghibli. I do.
I love Studio Ghibli. I am Miyazaki.
I was there in 2003 in the studio with Miyazaki. We sat and talked. I was there promoting Brother Bear.
Lucky.
Yeah, I asked him. I said, "Did you like Brother Bear?" He said, "No."
Okay.
That's what he said. He goes, "No." I went, "Oh, great. Okay." Then we just continued on with the tour.
Like it didn't change anything. It was just like, oh,
No,
okay.
I love you. I loved his honesty.
Yeah. Can we buy this brush that you're using for the local color?
No, but I can make one similar. I got to make one similar. The only reason is it's not my brush. It's a friend of mine's brush, and I don't want to sell his brush. So, but I'll make one similar. I've been getting that question a lot, and so I've got to sit down and just do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Have you seen a real dinosaur? I mean, in the wild?
Yeah, of course. I've seen a real dinosaur in the wild. Why are you picking these questions, Dustin?
For fun?
YouTube question. Do you think a big studio would not hire someone because the person lives in another country? I mean, because they would have to find a way for the person to move and that could be a problem for them? No. We had international people all the time. If you fill a niche and you're unique in your abilities, then no, they hire them all the time. And you don't necessarily have to relocate anymore. That's a thing of the past. That's a thing of the past.
Would you ever use a higher DPI than 300? When would that be appropriate, and is it ever necessary?
I don't ever find it necessary, but I mean, I guess if you were doing something for a huge wall that needed to be blown up, it was going to be printed, maybe you'd go up to 600 DPI, but I've never had that need.
Do you draw every day? How many hours a day do you draw?
I do draw a lot. I don't draw every day. When I do draw, it's usually about 5 to 6, maybe 7 hours. I try to draw as much as I can.
Have you ever seen Song of the Sea? And if you did, what did you think of the style?
I loved it. All done on TV Paint. As a matter of fact, Nick and I were just over in Dublin, Ireland, or Kilkenny, which is where the studio is. I think it was Kilkenny, right, Nick? And Kilkenny. Hey, Kilkenny. But we were just over there at the studio. And they're making wolf walkers now, which is very cool. So I think I've got enough local color in here. There's a lot of different shades of gray in the fur of the hyena. And I love that bear skin look on the snout, on the knout.
Man, he's pretty.
We gotta win this race.
We gotta win this race.
Okay, so I need to get some. I gotta get some rhinestones on this thing.
I gotta get some rhinestones right in this.
Rhinestones.
Oh.
Oh. Let me see. I want to go. I think I'm going to go blue, 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 blue. Blue, blue, blue rhinestones. All right. Let me put that on top. Because he's just like. He's going to put a random design in here. Oh, I should do it on. I should do it on top.
Is the Birds of Prey course going to have owls in it?
Yes.
I always had a hard time drawing their short curved beaks and adding character to them.
Yes, it will have owls.
It will have who?
I see what you did there.
Who? Who?
Who are you? He's got all kinds of stars and rhinestones and more stars.
It was funny. I watched Lilo and Stitch the other week, and every time an Elvis song came on, or just any of the songs came on, I just started singing along with it.
I'm sure you did. Do you know any professional artists with physical or mental disabilities? Yes, I do. Several. Yep. And working in the industry, I might add. Professionals at Disney. And I wouldn't call them disabilities because these guys, you know, and these folks they cranked right along. All right, so we gotta get some of these rhinestones in here. I'm trying to think of what. It's just like stars and all kinds of stuff on here. It's all these little rhinestones all over the place, and wow, there's another star. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Okay, it's just.
Hey there, mama.
Baby.
Hey, baby.
Elvis.
Oh.
Hyena Elvis. There he is, right there, folks.
How would a hyena laugh in Elvis form? I'm a hyena. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
That kind of works, eh?
Add a scarf like the ones he used to throw.
Oh, the scarf is right here. I got it. It's like an ascot.
Who? Who's Scott?
Who's Scott? Right here.
Right here.
Hill.
Put that over there. Oh.
There we go.
Man, I'm pretty.
There we go. There's this. Let's get a little. There we go. Right there. Oh, I'm gonna do it down here.
Now there's a nice jacket there, man.
There we go. Go a little brighter on the mic itself. Getting that local color in there. That's the big deal. That's the big thing we're shooting for. And we'll straighten all that up soon. Alright, so we got Hyena Oh, that was supposed to be his ear. Twitch question: how many stories should I include in a storyboard portfolio? There's really no set number. You just got to make sure that you. I mean, I would have at least 3, and make them really good. And make sure your boarding is nice and clear. Make sure you it's a change of ideas. Make sure they don't ramble. Make sure they're economic, meaning don't overboard. Don't go overboard on your boarding. That's a big thing. Those are things to look for. Look out for when you start to board. All right, I want to get some background color in here. Right now he's not like a dominant color. I'm going to go maybe dark.
Somebody commented, I hope he's singing a song about putting one's card away.
So I'm just going to do this,
You gotta put your card away. I think Dustin is mixing some Johnny Bravo in there. They're pretty close similar, if you think about it.
Alright.
But yes, there are some references I'm making to Johnny Bravo because Johnny Bravo is somewhat based off of Elvis. So that was a fun little mix there.
Who is Johnny Bravo?
Johnny Bravo was a Cartoon Network character. He had that giant blonde hair. He always had the skin tight shirt, like big upper body.
Oh yeah.
Always going, man, I'm pretty. All the crazy poses. This guy. Very, very Elvis impersonator.
YouTube question: why do you not color pick? What do you mean? Why do I not color pick? I'm picking color.
That
right off the color wheel. Oh, gotcha.
That's Johnny Bravo.
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
And as you can see, he's like very inspired by Elvis.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean by why do I not color pick. I've got my way of picking color. I am picking color. How many? According to you, what should be starting point in learning anatomy? Learn proportion. Learn overall body shape. That's a real. How many heads high usually is a body? How many? Those are things that once you understand proportion, that's really going to help you further down the road. Have I been to Sweden? If so, what do you think of it? I've never been to Sweden, but I'm sure I'd love it.
Dustin, have you ever thought about voicing a character animation? I actually have. I voiced one or two of Dad's little project. I did the rat. Hey dummy, put your card away. And also I did some scratch voices for Tembo back in when we were working at Digital Domain together.
Yes, you did. That was pretty good.
But other than that, like I haven't done any mainstream stuff. I would love to get into that at some point in the future. But I have done voices for mainly for Dad and his work in the past.
Sometime in the past.
Sometime in the past.
Question: if you somehow forget how to draw and had to start again from scratch, how would you do it? I would sit outside and draw from life. That's how I would do it.
Would love to see a Wild West environment from you, like a horse or maybe a cougar or something in it, or something like that.
I will take that into consideration. All right, so we've got all of our local color. I want to start going and adding shadows. Let's see where Elvis would be at this point. He's got some. Oh, he's got a nice rim light going on there. Going on the hermit.
So he comments, I think he's singing Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Can you feel the love tonight?
Can you feel
Okay, so this is our base. This is
tonight?
basically our base. This is basically our base.
Basically our base.
Stay hydrated.
How do you draw animals from life when they move so much?
You got to understand the anatomy first. That's a big thing. A lot of people don't realize it's not that you're sitting. Nobody sits there and just without knowing the anatomy, has the ability to sit there and draw it perfect. You got to know that anatomy first. So you need to sit down and do your homework. I do tons of homework and studying first before I go out and start drawing, and that helps. That's how you do it. I'm going to do warm shadows.
What do you do in free time when you're not making art?
What am I doing in my free time when I'm not making art? I'm do a lot of boating. I love taking my boat out. I love
the gym.
I go to the. I'm just started going back to the gym, but
You can add that there.
yeah. But it's funny. It's hard to say because in my free time I'm doing art. I love art, and it's something I've always done, and so I do it for fun. I do it for my business. I do it all the time. So now I'm adding shadows. Or I think the shadows should be. And just getting a little darker in there.
Aaron, may I show you a piece of art I'm currently struggling with, or could you do a quick demonstration on how raindrops would sit and or fall on the character's skin?
I can't do it right now, but maybe one we can do in the future.
It's like a feature YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. Wait, man.
So I'm just trying to get some of this.
What are your recommendations for wrist exercises to avoid wrist exhaustion or even carpal tunnel?
You know what? Well, you want to make sure you're not doing those same repetitive actions. You don't want to do this a lot. I draw from the shoulder. I don't have any carpal tunnel problems. I never have. And so I make sure I don't draw a lot of. I don't do this a lot. And I don't do this a lot. I draw from the shoulder, and it really helps.
Newcomers are asking, is this an Elvis Hyena?
This is an Elvis Hyena. Yeah, baby. It's request day. Elvis Hyena. I didn't know if I'd be able to pull it off, but here we are.
I made a hound dog, but I'm laughing all the time.
I'm more related to a mongoose.
And that, but there's a line. Oh, crap. Do you feel the urge to draw if you hold a pen or pencil and there's some sort of paper or napkin around?
Yes, all the time.
It's like the moment you grab a pen, like, I need to draw.
Yes, all the time.
The power. Okay, where do you get your inspiration from?
I get my inspiration from everywhere. And I know that's a kind of a cop-out answer, but I really do. Mostly from nature. But, I mean, inspiration can hit at any time.
Ooh, that's a cool recommendation. Somebody recommends putting in bokeh lights.
What are bokeh lights?
Bokeh lights is the blurred out lights in the background. So, like, basically a sort of glow.
Okay.
A transparent glow in the background. Like,
I can do that.
Like you see the lights.
You want bokeh lights? I can do bokeh lights.
Like you see the lights behind her.
Oh yeah.
That's bokeh.
I'm gonna keep this pretty loose. Loose as a goose, baby.
Gotta keep it loosey goosey. Oh.
Elvis was a hyena. That's blasphemy. That's blasphemy.
Hey there, I'm Hyena Elvis. Oh. A young person with a BA in art, would an internship help to break into animation and where to start?
I'm sure, yeah, absolutely. An internship would help if you can't get a job any other way. And you start by going to the website of whatever studio you're looking at to see if they offer the internships. And then the next thing to do is put together a portfolio in order to get the internship. I mean, that's how I started. I got an internship with Disney back, 31 years ago. It's a little different nowadays, but that's how I did it.
Do you art a lot with Ronnie?
I do art a lot with Ronnie. As a matter of fact, Ronnie and I are getting ready to fly to England together on Friday to do some more arting together. We're going to be teaching painting to a class of 25 in Manchester, England.
What's your favorite Elvis song? Dustin, same question. What are
Caught in
our
a Trap.
Huh?
Caught in a Trap.
Caught in a Trap.
Caught in a trap.
Oh, I can't walk out.
Yeah.
Because I love you too much, baby.
Suspicious Minds. There you go.
Oh, Suspicious Minds. That's what it is.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Mine? God, there's so many I love. I think I would go with either Blue Hawaii or Viva Las Vegas. Actually, I want Viva Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
My last city gonna hit my soul. Gonna get my soul on fire.
Sing it, baby. Sing it.
Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn. So get those stakes up high.
There you go.
Have you ever done or considered doing comic books?
I've never done comic books. I've never really considered doing comic books. I love comic books. It's just not my forte as far as art. I was always into comic books when I was a kid. As far as I never read them, but I was really into them to understand how to draw, and that's that's what I did. Let me find out.
Dustin, can you say a line from one of Lion King's hyenas with an Elvis voice? I barely remember any of the hyenas lines. I haven't watched that movie in years.
Say Mufasa. Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa.
Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa. Hey, who's the pig?
What kind of car were you driving 30 years ago? I was driving a beat-up Honda Civic. I mean, literally beat up. The whole side of it was smashed in. The rear corner panel was all smashed in. That's what I was driving 30 years ago.
Do you have any art for sale on your website?
Not currently, but we will be soon.
Do you art a lot with your brother?
Nope. My brother lives in Seattle. When we get together, we do. We do drawings and of each other and goof around. Did we order this lunch to go? Because there it goes. Remember that?
Oh yeah. How would I say that in Elvis? Did we order this dinner to go? 'Cause there it goes.
That's some funny shit right there.
That is some funny stuff.
He's got to be in a spotlight, so I got to do. I know you guys hate this, but I've got to do my usual.
Oh, your usual
I know.
gradient fade.
Yeah, I gotta do my usual.
Shadows.
Put them in the shadow. But this just screams it though, don't you think?
Yeah, it really does.
Like you gotta put them in the spotlight.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Nobody.
Oh. Aaron, I see you playing blues guitar. Is there anything you can't do?
I can't get pregnant. He's not lying.
He ain't lying. Oh, I know something you can't do. You can't roll your R's.
I can't roll my R's. It's the biggest. I hate that, and it drives me nuts. You sound like an idiot.
You can't do that, can you? Can you?
How do you? I can't do it. I've never been able to do it.
If I were king of the forest.
See, you got Elvis mixed in there.
Yeah. I kind of feel like they.
See, this works better. I like bringing these shadows in. That feels pretty good.
Can we tag you in Facebook? Do you look at the art?
If I'm tagged on stuff, I will. Yes.
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 At what age did you move out from home? I moved out on my 18th birthday.
I thought you moved out when you were 6.
Well, I had my own place when I was in high school, but I was 18. My girlfriend and I had a place together. That was 1985.
1985.
All right, so I've got my basic light and dark patterns. I might go a little darker on that shadow. What happens if I do this? Whoa, look how dark that went. Well, I'm going to bring that back a little bit. That might be a little too much, a little too brown.
People are now saying, and in 10 minutes you'll get tagged 100,000 times.
What are you talking about?
About people tagging you on Facebook so you can look at their art.
Oh.
Like, and now people
Yeah,
are...
it doesn't mean I'm going to respond.
Like, you look at them, but won't
I can't
respond.
respond to everybody. I just can't. There's no way I can.
It's impossible.
I get hundreds of people asking me to look at their art, and it's impossible for me to do it.
It's impossible.
Impossible.
It's inevitable. What? Inevitable.
What? What?
Inevitable. I told you it's inevitable. Do you have any tips on how to approach drawing scales? Could you please make a quick little demo? I mean, when I draw fur, I don't draw every single hair, and I think there's a similar method with scales, like reptile scales or dragon scales.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do it right now because I want to make sure I get this done. I mean, maybe it's something I can do in a future stream, but it's exactly that. It's you put the details where you need the details, where the attention is.
Dustin, was that the Cowardly Lion I just heard from the Wizard of Oz? It was like, yes.
Yes.
That was me doing the Cowardly Lion, the put 'em up. Mr. Blaise, have you ever met or worked with the Danish Disney Pixar animator writer Jorgen Klubian?
Jorgen.
Huh?
Jorgen.
I'm butchering it, aren't I?
No, it's all right. I know him. We've met. We've never worked together.
Are you planning on visiting Denmark anytime soon?
Not anytime soon, but I'm sure we will at some point. Who I have worked a lot with Rune Benneke. Harun?
Benneke.
If you know Rune. Who's an absolute brilliant animator. One of the best animators I've ever met. So here I'm putting some reflected light under his chin to reflect off of that jumpsuit, that shining light back up into his under chin there.
So visit Norway before you go to Denmark. Looks like we're starting to form some country rivals here. Normandy versus Denmark, who will win?
That would be Norway.
That'd be Norway.
You said Normandy?
No, I said Norway.
Oh, I thought you said Normandy.
I said Norway versus Denmark, who would win? You might want to clean your ears there, buddy.
Would you rather go to jail for a year or go to jail without a Rubik's Cube and you can leave when it's complete?
What?
I go to jail with a Rubik's Cube and leave when it's complete.
Oh, Nick showed a picture of Boca.
Oh yeah, I see it.
That's
Okay, that's bokeh.
Yeah.
Boca Raton.
Bokeh is a fancy word for light blur.
YouTube question: will you use a metal wire grill texture for the microphone mouthpiece? I'm not sure that I'll go that detailed, but maybe. Just maybe. Right now I'm trying to get rid of these harsh line drawings. Right there. If I ease back on that just a touch, now it shows me where I need to go in with my deeper darks.
Do you like if art style would be in tattoo art style?
Say that again?
Would you like if the art style would be in tattoo art style? Like do you like tattoo art?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
or would you like it?
To me, tattoo art it's super wide variety. So, just to say blanket, do I like tattoo art? I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of tattoos that I like.
It's like saying, do you like Toyota? Yes, I like Toyota, but exactly which model?
Yeah.
Sort of deal, right?
Well,
Like it's
not quite that, but yeah, you're on the right track.
Latecomer asks, is that a hound dog? I've got a 15-minute break from class. I really wanted to see how it was going.
This, I say that's a great idea if it were a hound dog, but no, it's not a hound dog.
It's a hyena.
So I'm going to go in and hit some of these darks now.
Ain't nothing like a hound dog, but I'm laughing all the time. Can you tell us some stories from your time at Disney?
Well, there's a lot of stories to tell.
Well, Stacy.
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, I've got tons of stories. People that I've met, things that we've done, jokes that we used to play on each other that were really funny. All kinds of fun stuff.
Rubber band fights.
Rubber band fights were epic. They were epic.
They're kind of like what today's standards are when it comes to Nerf gun fights in offices.
Yeah.
But back then it was rubber band fights.
Who's your favorite artist? I'm really curious. Bob Ross? I love Bob Ross. Bob Ross is not my favorite artist, but I really did love Bob Ross. I loved his spirit. I loved what he did for art, how he brought art to the masses. I think he was a really peaceful, gentle guy. I really liked him a lot. But my favorite artists are, older artists, European. A lot of them, like probably my favorite artist of all time is John Singer Sargent and Joaquin Sorolla. Really, really loved both of them. Trying to get some nice. Arg! I got hitting the wrong thing here. Hitting the details now. See that reflected light on that nose? Ooh.
Ooh.
I could see this as a velvet painting. Actually, that's a great idea. I could too.
The velvet paintings?
Yeah, the black velvet paintings of Elvis were popular.
I could see that. Kind of reminds me of the dogs playing poker art.
Uh-huh.
Just completely different art style. Like, I know it's not a dog, I know it's a hyena, but...
No, I hear you. I hear you.
I hear you.
So I'm just going in and putting in some details.
Do you like art museums, and do you have any favorite museums in...
My favorite museum in the world is the Orsay in France. Musée d'Orsay.
Didn't we go there before?
Yep.
That's the one that's like in that giant Victorian...
It's a train station, the old
Yeah.
train station. Yep. That's my favorite museum in the world.
I have a few memories of that spot. It was a very beautiful spot.
I just went to a beautiful museum. I can't remember the name of it. What's wrong with me? In Moscow, which was great. I got to see some of my. I'm a huge fan of Shishkin, who is a wildlife landscape painter. I got to see a bunch of his work.
Did you ever met Bob Ross?
Nope, never met Bob Ross. Be a lot cooler if I did, though.
Did you like Saber from Tarzan? I think is one
Sabor?
of the best animated animals from Disney.
Sabor.
Sabor.
That's the leopard. Although I think he
The
looked more like a
leopard?
cheater. Call him a cheater.
Cheater?
I thought he looked
That
more
right
like
there's a cheater! Well, you're saying the leopard.
Yeah, I thought he was fantastic.
Have you ever worked on Scratchboard?
I have worked on Scratchboard. I love it. I really like Scratchboard.
When my son was 4, he said he'd like to see a zombie penguin. I always thought that would be an hysterical image. A zombie penguin.
And that's just weird, too.
I can picture one of the... what was the name of the penguins in the Madagascar movies?
Yeah.
You know, the 4 penguins?
4 Penguins of the Apocalypse?
I guess, but...
Kidding.
But I just reading that aloud made me picture them as undead looking characters. I'm just like, oh god. What's your favorite hangout in the Florida Keys? Siesta Key.
No, in the Florida Keys.
Isn't Siesta Key part of Florida Key?
No, Siesta Key is in Sarasota.
Oh.
Florida Keys are the Florida Keys down to the bottom of the state. And my favorite hangout down there is the Garden of Eden.
Oh god.
I love it there. That place is awesome.
It's a clothing optional bar.
It is the best.
But I know it's
I've
not
seen
part
so
of the
many
Keys.
funny people. What's that?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. I'm putting a little. Oh, for those of you that are wondering, I'm putting a little bit of red from shining up from his ascot. scarf. Putting a little bit of red shining back under his chin there. Just like that. YouTube question: do you think having not safe for work or more adult themed art in your portfolio hurts your chances of getting studio work? Not at all. As long as it's well done, and it's not gratuitous, you know. But I don't think it didn't hurt people's chances at Disney. Now you gotta make it clear that you understand that this might not be the style that the studio is looking for, so you're putting it in for them to see that you have a well-rounded style. You know, you might want to make that clear.
Are there any plans to make a masterclass like the one in Orlando, but in Arizona or surrounding areas?
Yes. Maybe not specifically Arizona, but we are looking at other places out west.
Have you been to Salvador Dali Museum here in Florida?
I have, yes. I loved it. I loved it. Love that.
Are you making sequin sparkles on the jackets? Please say you're making sequin sparkles on the jacket.
Yes, I am.
Look at my jacket, so sparkly.
I just got to figure out a way to get them to really sparkle because they're sitting against a white. I'm thinking my light source is just kind of straight up. I'll do it now. I'm going to do it pretty loose. And if but a hell no, but I'm crying all the time.
Wait, what?
And just trying to catch little bits of light on these little guys. I want to see you first before you burst. And one's in the off in the shadows, they might be catching like a secondary light.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, pasta. It's also the bane of my existence. I get fatter just looking at it.
Yeah, my top favorites have been shabu shabu, like Kobe beef shabu shabu, and poutine from Toronto.
Yeah.
And that is the bane of my existence. I was on a diet before I moved to California, or not California, what am I saying? I was in California when I was on that diet. Then when I moved to Toronto, and I was introduced to poutine, my diet went right out the window.
Oh yeah.
And I, like, during the months of my diet, I lost a good, I would say like 40, 50 pounds.
Yeah.
I go to Toronto. By the time I come back into the States, I gained 70. At least that's what it felt like. Just,
For those joining us late, we are having a 2-day live workshop in Orlando. Thank you, Nick. I completely forgot to mention this. For those that are joining us late, and if you guys are interested, we are doing a live 2-day workshop here in Orlando, August 3rd and 4th. And it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be teaching live, and I'm going to be talking about my career and some of the twists and turns that I've had to go through. I'm going to be talking about character design. I'm going to be talking about animation, all doing live demos with you guys. We'll be talking one-on-one. I'm going to be talking about story structure, how we make animated films, how we got them off the ground, things I think about when I'm writing some of the stories that we do. We are going to do, it's going to be 8 hours each day for 2 days, 16 hours live. We're going to have a great time. And so, like I said, it's here in Orlando, August 3rd and 4th. And we'd love to see you. Check out our website, creatureartteacher.com. And if you're a student or a teacher, you can get up to $50 off of a 2-day pass. So it's really worth it. I think you guys will have a blast. I would love to meet you, and come to Orlando. I think it's August in Orlando is nice and cold, nice and cool.
Oh yeah, it's cool down to the 80s, nice and cold, very chill. Chocolate or crisps?
Crisps.
Crisps. Just a wafer thin crisp.
YouTube question: could you make realistic textures on this, like you did with Rajah and his piece? I think it would look fantastic. I would love that, except it's going to add about 5 hours to the drawing, and I just don't have that time right now. I'm sorry.
Hey, did you enter the chocolate or crisps?
I said crisps.
Oh, crisps.
Crisps.
I wasn't sure if you were joking or if you were actually saying
Crisps.
saying your answer.
Actually, I love chocolate too.
No.
I mean, how do I answer that? I mean, come on, they're both great.
Have you ever had hot pot?
Oh, I love hot pot. I had it in China the last time I was there. I love hot pot.
What's hot pot again?
It's basically like shabu shabu.
Oh. Just done slightly differently, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
What is your workstation setup you use? Tablet set, and how many screens do you prefer in your normal workflow?
I use 3 screens. Actually, my workflow I use 2 screens.
Yeah, the third
screen
is for
I don't
me,
really use
so
a
I
lot.
can see.
Yeah. But go show the.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. So I'm going to hit this a little brighter.
And my personal setup is a little overboard, but it works in my personal preference, where I have 2 computers. One is for Photoshop and as a live stream server for my Twitch streams, and then there's my main rig. And my main rig has 4 screens, while my streaming rig has 2 screens, including a Cintiq tablet monitor. And definitely overboard, but they all the screens have their purpose, I guess. Would you consider this sketch to be considered a furry?
Oh, don't say that.
Don't forget to save.
Oh yeah. Did I save this yet?
Huh?
I don't think I saved it. No, I haven't.
Oh God.
Gotta say the word before you word. Alright, so let's do this. I'm gonna. Where am I? Right there. No, right there. No, right there. What is back there?
What's the stuff that made him gain weight in Toronto? Spell it so I can look it up. It is poutine. Poutine. It is French fries.
French fries?
With cheese curds drenched in gravy.
What is that back there?
And there's a particular in Toronto. There's a particular like chain fast food place called Smoke. It's like Smokes Poutineers or like Smokies Poutines, and it's not just the traditional like cheese curds, fries, and gravy, but you can add extra stuff on there. So I used to put on like bacon bits, and you can also get like cheeseburger combo where it has like all the ingredients of a cheeseburger. You can do a pizza, nacho cheese style. And I went with the simple, just pulled pork, but the pulled pork, oh my god, delicious. But
oh, I know what I got back there. Okay.
yeah, so yeah, poutine is spelled out Poutine, and the traditional is French fries, cheese curds, and gravy.
Are you done now?
Yep. And yes, it is very unhealthy, people are saying.
But it's delicious. Who cares? Alright, so we got this hair coming in.
This guy looks like a sequel to Rockadoodle. Kinda does.
Yeah.
Is this the fat version of Bearvis?
No, this is a hyena.
Hyena. Hyenas.
Hyenas. There we go. The guitar looks a little flat. It does look a little flat because I haven't touched it yet.
Well, you haven't touched it yet.
I haven't worked on it yet. I'm still working on the other stuff.
That's his life.
Hold your
That's his
horses.
soul. You gotta
Hold
get
your
it right.
horses, commenter.
Hey, I'm just reading what they're saying. I'm just a messenger. Uh-huh.
A little darker. There we go.
Do you like walking with shoes or barefoot?
Barefoot.
Yeah, you're a barefoot guy.
I've always been a barefoot guy.
Have you ever had carne asada with cheese on fries?
Carne asada.
Carne asada, my mistake. With cheese on fries, guac and sour cream, wonderful. Now you gotta try poutine.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Blue Christmas without you. I've had a blue Christmas without you.
I'd be so blue, just thinking about you.
Such an idiot.
It's all about the timing.
Did you ever animate one of the hyenas in Lion King? No, I did not. Dave Burgess and Alex Cooperschmidt. Dave Burgess and Alex Cooperschmidt animated them.
Thank you. So where's the video screen with Aaron in the right corner? He disappeared. I fixed it. Not to worry, your savior is here.
There we go. Throwing a little guitar.
So I recently watched Toy Story 4.
Did you mean to hide the face cam?
No. It was an accident. I recently watched Toy Story 4. What's your thoughts, Aaron and Dustin? Do you think it's the end for the toys?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Me either. I haven't seen it yet either. So
Thanks for the spoiler,
thanks a lot,
buddy.
bud.
Bud.
Thanks a lot there, bud. You ruined it for the both of us. I suggest you sit there and let that marinate.
That's funny.
Can you draw a cartoon lion talking to a realistic lion in the future?
Should they be in the future? Is that what you're saying?
No.
I
Just
me
like
right.
in in a future demo, in a future video.
They should all be wearing
just trying to
space.
mess with.
They should be wearing space helmets.
I'm going to shut up now. Dustin did the thing. What thing? What did I just do?
The thing.
I did a thing. Okay. What thing?
The thing.
I did the thing. I don't know what the thing is. Can you do the tick voice, Dustin? The tick voice?
Yeah, you know the Tick.
From Bug's Life, Tick.
No, he's the Tick. He's a superhero, comic book.
Oh.
Or they got the TV show.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't
what
know.
What was the
either.
actor's name that did like the '90s?
Oops, shoot.
Was it '90s or was it early 2000s? They did
Just don't know.
I can't remember the actor's name, but I just remember him as Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. He played as the Tick in an earlier live action film. I'm trying to remember his name.
I was going really loose with some of these folds.
Yeah, I can see that there. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter. You really got a meter. For Halloween, can you do zombie animal? We did that last year
We
with
did.
the zombie bear.
I'm glad you're asking about a Halloween painting so far in advance.
Dusting, talk like a raccoon.
How does a raccoon talk? The heck was that? Sorry.
That's my raccoon voice. Do you mean Rocket Raccoon? I can't do it. Patrick Warburton, that's his name. Do Palpatine. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Have you ever had an instance where you lost a huge amount of work because you didn't save? Yes. Did I ever learn my lesson? No.
I actually had experience like that. I think it was last week. Was working on a YouTube video, and for that week, and the whole entire time I did not save, and I figured the export would save the work. So I started the export, and the export crashed. So I had to reopen the file,
Nothing.
and I had to start all over again.
You know, it's funny. Apple doesn't do that.
What, doesn't crash?
No, that doesn't lose the work if it crashes.
Uh-huh.
Just letting you know.
You probably have the preference set to that. I have mine set specifically so it doesn't autosave. Because it always gets in the way.
Yeah, I'm sure it got in the way that time, huh?
Oh, yeah. Dad and I have this, I wouldn't say feud, but he's Apple and I'm PC. So we have our little fun debate moments.
For example, when you animated Nala and someone else animated Simba, presuming you worked on different pieces of paper, how did you put the two characters together in a scene? We had light tables, and we would see where the path was that the other guy would take, and we would follow that, and whoever was dominant in the shot would be the main character. Wasn't too complicated.
Kronk is the best voice actor out there. I definitely love Kronk's the character Kronk in Emperor's New Groove.
Remember the Nicolas Cage line in the film Wild at Heart? There's this here
What?
snakeskin jacket is a symbol of my individuality. Do you have a jacket like that? No, I don't. I wish I did, though.
Nicolas Cage movie. Which one? Wild at Heart.
It's an old one.
Yeah, I don't recognize that one.
I don't know that I ever saw it. I think I may have seen it. Man, I am laboring this jacket, his coat, so much. Just working it.
Yeah, you might want to take a break from the jacket there, bud.
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud.
Hey, you might want to not tell me
bud.
what to do, bud.
I'm just trying to help you out there, bud. Don't get so overexcited there, bud. Just trying to help.
I just got to finish up stuff over here. I'm going to keep all this pretty loose as a goose.
Don't forget the guitar there, bud.
I'm not. Matter of fact, I'm going to hit some of that in just a minute. I got to get some of this fur. Gotta get that fur. Choco Floof asks, how many layers do you end up with usually? Or do you constantly group, merge, and use a specific set few? I always find I use 100 plus layers with pieces like this if I lose track. Right now you can see I've got about 10 layers, 15 layers. I won't go any more than that. Maybe a couple more.
And what's the most amount of layers that you put on a single art piece?
I don't know, maybe 30.
30?
This is coming out bad. I gotta get this fur. Can't. Fur, I'm fighting the fur.
Stop fighting the fur, just let it relax, let it flow.
I just want this. I gotta get some of this. I gotta get some of this mic. I gotta get reflected light on this mic. There we go. There. Reflected light on this mic.
And the Facebook chat just completely stalled. Where's the comments, guys? I need questions.
We've lost everybody. It's gotten boring.
Feed me, Facebook. Feed me. Throw me a freaking bone here.
Just hitting a few little details here and there.
Yeah, we got a new comment. Looks awesome. Thank you. Brock Baker does voice impression vids on Facebook. I need to check that out at some point. Shop of Horrors, nice to. Thank you.
YouTube question: if you drew a creature from mythology, what would you draw and why? I love the Minotaur. I've just always been fascinated by that creature.
Somebody just wrote, "It's never boring. We're just stunned." What cartoon characters influenced you as a kid?
Oh, I loved Bugs Bunny. I mean, all that kind of stuff. I loved all the Warner Brothers cartoons. All of them.
Hey, what's up, Dak?
Daffy Duck and Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny. I would laugh till I was crying. I love when it's rabbit season. No, it's duck season, and
oh, that's a good one.
oh my God, I would
that one.
laugh so hard.
Duck season.
That's perfect.
Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. I win. Yeah, that was probably one of my favorites too. But also in Space Jam when Bugs and Daffy are going through the house to get Michael Jordan's stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they forget the shorts Daffy opens up the door, sees the bulldog, instantly shuts the door. I found just shorts.
I want to mention again that today is the last chance for you guys to order Tim Hodges' new course, How to Draw Cartoon Animals, at 50% off. It goes on sale full price tomorrow. So if you're interested, and it's a really great course, go to creatureartteacher.com and grab it. It's a great course. Tim Hodge, who he and I have worked together we worked together at Disney for years and years. We've known each other for about 27 years. And really, he's such a great artist. And he's a great teacher. A really great teacher. And we really enjoyed making this course with him. So check it out. It's the course is out tomorrow. And this is the lowest price you'll ever be able to get. Even if we go on sale in the future, it'll never be 50% off. So if you want to get a good bargain, go check it out.
Dustin, do Mace Windu.
Mace Windu.
I don't think I can do Mace Windu. Mace Windu is Samuel L. Jackson's character in Star Wars.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a tall. I've never tried it, and I don't think I will. Try a different suggestion, please. Will you do some gouache paintings in future live streams? Will there be a course on gouache painting?
Yeah, there will be, and yes, I will. Hi, Aaron. Could you do a demo of you sketching nature? I especially struggle with how to simplify the madness of leaves in the background. How to see the big shapes but still make them leafy. Yes, I can do that. I will do that. I promise.
Aaron, have you ever drawn a maned wolf? They are very long, expressive legs,
yes,
deep rust orange fur with bits of black.
Yes, I have drawn them. I've drawn them from life, actually.
Finding a mentor. How did you meet your mentor?
Glenn Keane. Glenn Keane was assigned to me when I got my internship back in 1988 at Disney. That's as far as I know. I don't know how he got assigned to me, but he and I, and this, I'm really screwing the pooch on this one. He and we really hit it off really well right off the bat, and it was great. And you know, he was a great teacher, and I learned a lot from him. I mean, an incredible amount from him. So let's go with that.
Have you ever animated a shark before?
I've never animated a shark before. No.
Have you drawn a shark at least?
I've drawn many hundreds of sharks.
Do you think Robin Hood by Disney is underrated?
I don't know. I think a lot of people love it. I don't think that it's underrated at all.
Hi, can you wish my brother a happy birthday? It's his 9th birthday today, and his name is Nick Gurse.
Hey, Nick Gurst?
Gurse. G-U-R-R-S.
Hey, Nick Gurse. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Nick. Happy birthday to you.
Sung like a true hyena Elvis.
Buddy boy. How many hours do you work on art at the week?
All of them.
Every last one of them.
No, I probably 30 to 40. You know, my work week is set. I try to set it up like any other work week. But if I get an inspiration to work, to you know, if I get inspiration to draw, I just sit down and start doing it. So a lot of times I'm I'm working, odd hours.
When will your next live stream be?
The next live stream will be, we get back on the 13th. What day is the 13th? It'll be after the 13th.
13th is... Where is you?
Just throwing in little details here and there. Do you think it's possible for a TV animated show to get the budgeted of live action shows like Game of Thrones? I would love to see an animated show with more budget per episode. No, I don't think that'll ever happen.
The 13th
It's
lands
just too
on a
much of a gamble.
Saturday.
Okay, so 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. We'll be back on the 16th.
I'll be flying back out again on the 15th, so I won't be here for relaying questions to you.
We'll figure it out.
So, just giving that little warning.
We might have Vedanta relaying questions.
Because when I flew out, or when we fly back from England, just a few days later on the 15th, I'm flying out again. I'm flying over to California for my 10-year high school reunion. And going to be out of town for that week. And I'm flying back on the 22nd. So...
How did you do tie downs before digital? Did you use tracing paper to transfer clean lines from your rough sketch to new paper? Or use your cleaned up lines as a reference for the new drawing? No, you just lay down the light table, turn on the light table and redraw. Or sometimes we do what's called a rub down, where you just rub down the old rough drawing and add in the make it nice and clean. Let me see here. When do you get this? There, I got a little backlighting there.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah, it's catching some of that old hyena Elvis. Catching a little bit of light back there.
I can see the light. Would love to see you do a penguin walk cycle sometime.
All right. How's it feel to want? I'm just kidding. Hey, jerk.
Hey,
No,
jerk, yeah.
actually, a penguin walk cycle would be fun. There we go. That's about it. I think I'm gonna hit a couple little.
What about the guitar?
The guitar's fine.
Guitar fine. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. Oh.
Oh. Add a little bit of color on his arms.
Lemonade.
Add a little bit of color in here. There we go. Just adding a little bit of color there.
Is it allowed to print out your work?
What's that?
Is it allowed to print out your work?
I don't mind you printing my work, just don't sell it as your own.
It's like that. It's like that one person after the live stream prints out one of your paintings and just looks at it and says, "I made this."
Yeah. Well, I've had a few people do that.
Wow.
This is my livelihood. This is how I make a living.
Yep.
All right, I'm just hitting a couple of details here.
Just a few more.
Yeah, I'm pretty much for this. Elvis Hyena.
Oh.
This is kind of fun.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog, but I'm laughing all the time. The person has to could print it because I would love to have your work on the wall.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're more than welcome to do that. Print away.
Love that, Aaron. Love Elvis. Love this hyena Elvis. Really great stuff. Thank you very much.
There, we gotta. Just want to rough it up a little bit, give it a little bit of texture. Have you ever done any scientific illustration jobs? I've done a couple, not a lot though. I have done a few.
What's the grain and source of the sketch brush?
The grain and source of the sketch brush. Hold on, Mr. Technical. I don't know what the grain and the source is. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
It's somewhere. Somewhere over the paintbrush. Way up.
There, getting his rhinestones down in here. You see, he's a rhinestone cowboy.
Will we get feedback with the drawing cartoon animals with Tim Hodge on the work we do in the class?
It's not a class, it's a downloadable video that you can follow along and learn from. No, you will not get feedback from it because it's not a class. It's just a downloadable video. Think of it as a video book, an instruction. That's what it is.
Do you ever reduce your brush opacity and flow?
Yeah, I know. I never reduce the flow, but I do reduce the opacity occasionally.
Would love to see and buy your work at Disney Springs.
I don't sell my work at Disney Springs. So, if you're interested in buying my work, you can private message us at creatureartteacher.com if you want to. You can just email booking. That would be a good one. Booking at creatureartteacher.com and tell us what you're interested in.
Really, I thought it was a support.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do support anymore.
Look,
those are for
wrong
issues.
channel.
Wrong channel. So here I'm just putting in a little bit of texture.
No rim light this time, Aaron?
No, not this time. I don't think so. Let me see.
Wow.
Let's see what it would look like.
Wow.
Let's do a blue light, a really bright blue light. Let's see what it would look like. Maybe it'll look good.
It does send those Eddie Murphy as Elvis impressions. Thumbs up. Can you do more of his stuff from Delirious or Raw?
Not on here, you won't.
Not on here. Well, there's the Michael Jackson stuff.
Not all the Michael Jackson stuff.
Not all of it. Tito, give me a tissue. And I love my profession.
Actually, it looks pretty good. I'm liking the rim light on here.
What was your hardest struggle in your art life?
The hardest struggle? I don't know. I mean, I think art in general is a struggle, and for me, it was just always, just keep continuing at it. That's a struggle in itself, right?
Have you ever seen an eye in person before?
I've never seen an eye in person. I
What
would
is
like
an
to.
eye?
It's a lemur from Madagascar, a very specialized nocturnal lemur that's got a specialized little finger that can knock on the wood and pull little bugs out of the wood.
Who or what were your earliest influences?
My earliest influences were wildlife artists. So Guy Koliak, Robert Bateman. These were all my earliest influences by far. I had every book I could find of theirs. I still do. Still have bookshelves of their work.
Dustin, can you do the voice of Michael Jackson?
That's about all you
That's
can
about
do.
it. Is there an animal where the anatomy has proven to be particularly challenging?
Insects do. I mean, insects presented a good challenge for me.
Dustin, do a General Grievous impression. That's a really, really tricky one. General Grievous was the cyborg character in Revenge of the Sith, the one with the 4 arms.
Yes.
General Kenobi. That's
Is that it?
It's the best I can do because he uses like mechanical vocal filters and all this stuff to make that voice, and I can't replicate that.
Here, I think this rim lighting, I'm going to go just a little bit brighter.
I already asked what do you have the hardest time drawing?
Yep.
Alright.
Nick says maybe some highlight on the guitar strings to help it read a bit. Well, maybe Nick, maybe I'll dry that. Maybe that's just like your opinion, man.
It's like your opinion, man.
Actually, that's a good idea. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come down here. No. Go down here.
You should do an animation with different animals and have David Attenborough as the voices. Well, why not me as the voices?
Because you're not David Attenborough.
True.
You got a point.
Where's your shark tooth necklace?
I don't usually wear my shark tooth necklace. I have a whale tooth necklace. It's a sperm whale. You're an idiot. You're such an idiot.
He said whale. Lindsay Shalinsky just said, "Yay, I just bought the drawing course." Congratulations, Lindsay.
All right. Just a couple of little. I don't want to put too much attention down here, down at the bottom. It should just be. You should know it's a guitar, but you shouldn't really. I don't want to draw a lot of attention.
Somebody's recommending to animate a moon pie moonwalking in the moonlight.
Right.
Right. Hey, whoops, I missed one. Random question, but have you heard of Bob Lazar?
Yeah.
Do you believe him?
No.
Who's Bob Lazar for people that don't know?
He's a
like myself?
whistleblower at Area 51.
Ah.
No, I don't believe he saw aliens. I don't believe he was reverse engineering spacecraft, alien spacecraft. I don't believe any of that.
You don't believe in aliens?
Nope. No, of course I believe in aliens.
Just what he
I
says.
just don't believe we've been visited by aliens. All right. So, I think we've hit a good stopping point here.
I'm definitely not a hound dog, but I'm laughing all the time.
Got a little bit of highlights on those. Is this RGB or CMYK? You know, I don't know. I think it's RGB. I don't remember the setup. Image. Can't remember. There we go. For someone looking to get back into drawing, which downloadable class would you recommend for a start? Any of our animal drawing courses are great. I think if you're just looking to get back into drawing and you want something simple, I would recommend Tim Hodges, you know, drawing cartoon animals. It's a great approach. I really love it.
What's your favorite movie, cartoon, alien?
My favorite movie, Alien. What?
Movie or cartoon alien, like just alien in general. What's your favorite alien character?
Oh, probably the Alien.
Alien?
Yeah.
I love Alien, I love Predator, but my all-time favorite for comedy would be Paul.
I love Paul.
Hey guys, get some Reese's Pieces.
I'll do a little motion blur here. Just to give it a little. There we go. There, I like that. Give it a little streakiness. And so as a finishing touch, let's do this.
Taller than that guitar?
No, the guitar is done, you guys. It's done. Not everything has equal value in the image. All right, so we're going to do this. I am going to I want to do this. Let me think here. I'm gonna,
Oh, Stitch is a cool alien too.
yeah,
Forgot about Stitch.
he's not my favorite, but he's a cool alien. Layer, merge group. I'm gonna. So we can either do this. I can go. I want to either push the saturation a little bit like that, or we drop them back like that to like half the saturation. I think he looks better saturated because it's 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, 70s they had like some pretty heavy saturation.
Yeah, 70s Elvis I think is good. I like seeing the violets playing against the oranges and yellows and the blues and all that. So I like that.
Peter Parker is asking me, what's my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is either Pikachu or Mewtwo.
So
More towards Mewtwo.
That.
I always loved his character design.
Now I want to add a little bit of, make it a little warmer.
Have you ever experienced anything supernatural at all?
I'm busy. Hold on. Right here. No, I haven't. I'm gonna knock this way back. Put a layer on top.
Maybe turn the red brighter on his scarf somebody recommends.
Nope, I don't want to do that because I don't want that to become a bullseye.
Are you thinking of adding any grunge on it to make it look like a faded picture?
I'm not sure yet. Right now I'm just trying to create a blue light coming down. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go blur. Like so. I feel I like that. Maybe knock it back just a touch. Nick says maybe it's the stream, but the guitar looks super dark or just like a blob to me. That's why I suggested see, Nick can't resist trying to explain himself. I know you can't, Nick, but it's fine. Yeah, it's not a blob on this end. All right, I'm going to knock this back a little bit more because I think I want to go a little. There we go. Like there's a little bit of smoke in the atmosphere. And what this does is this pulls.
I recommend maybe a few dust particles in the light.
I'm definitely going to do that. I just got to get to. There we go. We'll add a little bit down in here. There. Perfect. Now, I'm going to go in here. Just a few dust particles, just like so. In the light. These are the little things. See, one of the things I'm trying to do by adding this light over the top is everything's got equal contrast right now. And I want the areas of greatest contrast to be up where his face is, because that's where I want the center of attention. So I'm going to do that. For someone looking to get back into drawing, which down? Oh, it was the same question. Sorry. And then I'm going to go in and just grab a super bright highlight. Come back down here. And I still think I want to hit a couple highlights on his face and the rim lighting. Maybe along here. Oops, I gotta blow this up bigger. Nick always reminds me to do this and I always forget. Sorry, Nick. There we go. So I think we're pretty much there.
Just about there.
Just about.
We're just about there, lads. You just got to hang in there a little longer.
How would you a YouTube question? How would you recommend to use the classes on your site? Draw along immediately, or watch first, then follow on the second go around? Do whatever you feel comfortable doing. We've actually had people tell us about doing it both ways, and they both have been really successful. So, you know, however you want to do it.
Any way you want.
Got to get a little bit more texture in this sideburn. And then the hair. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go there, brother.
Brother.
Oh, brother.
And then you gotta sign it.
And the final.
Actually, I got one more thing to do.
Oh my god.
I know, you ready? all right. So, We're going to take it now, and I'm going to go bop, and we're going to combine that all together. Whoops, no, that's not what I wanted. What did I just do? There, and combine it all. Oh, jeez. I know what I did wrong.
Oh, Steven asks, can I order that on Black Velvet?
Alright, so we've got everything there, and then we're going to go in. I just want to experiment with, like I always do with, actually I'm going to make it hot from the blue light. And I'm going to go grab my airbrush. I'm going to knock my blend mode on my brush to color dodge. There it is. And I knock it down to 11%. And just let's see.
Just one more thing.
What we get. See how I'm getting a little bit of a glow coming off of them? I'm getting like this nice glow coming off. There, you really see it there from where the lights are. And I want it to, it feels like he's getting hit with, you know, there's smoke and everything in the air. And all this stuff is just coming off really nice. Bright light. There. Oh, that's nice right there. Any tips on a great signature? Nope, just sign your name. Practice. Practice signing your name. There we go. I'm gonna get it up there. There, Elvis. Elvis.
Oh.
Elvis Hyena. I like it. Let's lose a couple of edges here.
I may not be a hound dog, but I'm laughing all the time.
Gonna soften some edges along here.
Heavy bait some star sparkles bouncing off his studded jacket.
Star sparkles bouncing off of his studded jacket. Let's not be crazy now. Let's be silly. Let's soften up this little edge over here. Just to soften up a few edges here and there. I like softening edges just a bit. Just to ground it a little bit better. There. That's what we need over here for sure. Need a few softened edges on that paw. There we go. A few softened edges on that microphone. All the way around there. That feels pretty good. Now we've got our center of attention right where we want it to be. Right in the middle, right on his face. There we go. Well, there you go, guys. That was an hour and a half? Or two? Oh, 2.5. Holy moly.
It's 3:30 right now.
Holy smokies. All right, well, we went a little bit over. I went a little longer than I was supposed to because I had a 3 o'clock appointment, so I went a little bit late. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun. There it is. Boom. Let me zoom in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Ba-bam.
Ba-bam.
But
So there's Hyena Elvis. That was fun. Once again, I love doing request day. You never know what we're going to get.
it is a lot of fun.
And save.
Save. Always save your work.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys had a great time. Remember, we are not going to be here next week or this Thursday or next week because we are going to be out. We're going to. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Doggone it.
What?
We didn't do the Boca lights.
Oh. We can add that in later.
Yeah.
When
I think it may have been a little bit much, but doggone it. I kind of wanted. Well, it's too late because I flattened everything. Anyway. So we're going to be out until we return on the 13th. And I said, when are we back? We're on
the 6th, Saturday next week.
Anyway, we'll be back that week. And also, remember, this is the last day that you can get Tim Hodges' How to Draw Cartoon Animals at 50% off. This is the last day you can get it because tomorrow it goes on full sale and you won't ever get it this low again. So if you're interested in the course, which I really recommend, it's a great course, get over there and check it out. It's at creatureartteacher.com. The other thing that I only mentioned once today is come and join us August 3rd and 4th, where I'm going to be doing a master class in downtown Orlando at the Repertory Theater. It's going to be 2 days, 8 hours a day of me talking about animation, character design, creature design, story structure, doing demos on all of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Go to creatureartteacher.com/Orlando 2019 and you'll see all the information that you need there as well. And if you're a student or a teacher, you'll be able to get up to $50 off on a 2-day ticket. So go check that out. We'd love to see you. And yeah, so, and if you're watching and you happen to be in the class that we're going to be doing in England starting this weekend, we are really excited to see you. So we are getting ready to go. We've got all kinds of watercolor blocks. I've got more paint. I've got all kinds of stuff. And we're packing as we speak. And we're really excited to see you guys. So I hope you guys had a great stream today. I hope you learned something. Go out, put some beauty back into the world. Be nice to somebody. Put your grocery card away. And Dustin?
And thank you guys for watching. Glad you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoy future streams as well. And until next time, Cowboy Bebop. Take care, guys.